Okay, here's part 2 of today's lesson about chemoreceptors. So I just did some running up and down the parking lot and did some stairs. You can hear and probably see my breathing rate has changed. I'm no longer at 17 beats per minute like I was at resting. So why has the breathing rate changed? Well, that's today's lesson about homeostasis. Yesterday we learned about 8-1, the structures, functions of the respiratory system. That's pretty much all there is. Today we'll look at homeostasis and then we'll end the unit looking with respiratory disorders. Like I said, you can hear and see me. So I did running so you can actually see and hear how homeostasis takes place. So obviously my breathing rate has increased in response to the running and the stairs that I did. So it's elevated, it's higher than 17. But we know from unit 1 homeostasis, negative feedback. It's not going to stay this high forever, right? My body detected that I needed to increase my breathing rate, and then once my levels are normal, it will fall back down again. Those of you that did lab 14 and you tested your heart rate, you noticed that. After exercise, your heart rate increased, but it didn't stay that high. It eventually fell back down. That was homeostasis. So a couple misconceptions about chemoreceptors. The first one is after we do exercise, I'm sure you've all had that kind of winded feeling, and sometimes people think you're gasping for air. And a lot of people think is you need more oxygen. Well, that's not true. We have more than enough oxygen. If you took chemistry 30S, you know that 78% of our atmosphere is nitrogen, followed by 21% oxygen. So 21% sounds low, but that's more than enough. There's more than enough oxygen around us that we need. So after we exercise, it's not that we're short of oxygen, it's actually we've produced too much carbon dioxide. Our body can't expel the carbon dioxide fast enough in response to our physical activity. So right now, what caused that breathing rate to increase was my carbon dioxide chemoreceptors. So I have enough oxygen, it's just I had too much carbon dioxide built up. Already you can tell my breathing rate's falling down quite quickly. And now the misconception is, what caused the change? It was my lungs. No, we know gas exchange takes place in the lungs, but it all came from the brain. Isn't that neat that something in the brain, the medulla, detected that the balance gas levels in my body were off? I had too much carbon dioxide, so in a response it increased my breathing rate. Already, I've been talking for 2 minutes, it's already fallen back down. I'm probably not down to 17 breaths, but already it's not as annoying to hear me panting and breathing. So that's the key thing. Chemoreceptors, it comes from the brain, sends a signal to your body to change your breathing levels, and usually it's the too much carbon dioxide. The only time you would be short of oxygen is if you changed your altitude. Again, if you took chemistry 30S, you know that higher up, the atmosphere is thinner, there's less particles, less oxygen. So if you're a mountain climber at the top, that's where you really would struggle for air. So that's when those oxygen chemoreceptors would kick in. But for the most part, those of you that are doing physical activity and your breathing rate increases, it's your carbon dioxide chemoreceptors, not your oxygen. Okay, so I'm using this unit as a good excuse to get on and exercise and be active and show how our respiration unit connects to biology, but also with your phys ed program as well. So get out there, be active. So we're not doing labs, but your lab can be to go outside, go for a walk, raise your heart rate and raise your respiration rate, and to take care of your body. Okay, so have fun with your assignment today.